So this is the SeqWhamser. It's a patch that I've built for the Empress Zoia, which basically controls the Digitech Whammy via Midi. You can see there's a cable coming out of the Empress Zoia that's going into the Whammy. So it controls the Whammy via that. This patch is available for all the Digitech Whammy pedals, the current Digitech Whammy pedals that have Midi. So those are the Whammy 4, the 5, the DT, which is right here, the BassWhammy, and the latest one, the MonoNeon. The sequencing is completely polyphonic. That's the main advantage that the Whammy has over the Empress Zoia, because the Zoia also has pitch shifting effects, but they're not that good compared to the Whammy, of course, which is, you know, it's the king of pitch shifting, as we all know. So basically, what it does is you can completely customize your own sequence. You can change the amount of steps that are in and how far it goes. You also have control over the glide or portamento, what's sometimes called. You also can have an optional wet and dry control using the 4-cable method. We'll show you in a bit. Something that the Whammy doesn't have, because you can't have control over your wet or dry volume. So you can change that with the Zoia as well. And of course you can tap the tempo. So you got complete control over that as well. Now I've built 3 variants of this Zoia patch. The first one has a range of 2 octaves, you know, 1 octave up and 1 octave down, which is available for all the Whammy models that I've just said. There's also a variant for the Zoia patch which has a range of 4 octaves, so 2 octaves up and 2 octaves down, which is available for the Whammy 4, the Whammy 5, Whammy DT. And there's also a variant with a range of 6 octaves, you know, 3 octaves up and 3 octaves down. And that one is only available for the Whammy MonoNeon. Let's get into the patch. First of all, this is the first page that you go to. So basically the red sequence over here is the pitch sequence. And you can see there are notes. You have to keep in mind that the C4, which is the middle note of the usual keyboard. So this is your normal pitch. Whenever there's a C4, let me change that. So now the first 2 steps of the sequence are the regular pitch. Let me play an E chord and you will hear it. Come again. So when I change it to C#4, this is 1 semitone up, so it'll change your pitch 1 semitone up. Let me play in another E, you'll hear the F when it's coming over there. So this is how this works. You know, you got your regular keyboard, and every step above it, you know, C# is 1 step above. You can go to a D, which is 2 semitones up. No, the D# is 3 semitones up. E is 4 semitones up, and so on and so on and so on. The same goes when you're pitching down. You know, let me change it to this B3, and this is 1 semitone down. So I'll play another E chord, and you'll hear when it comes over there. It shortly plays the E# when you hit the first step. So this goes the other way around as well. No, B is 1 step down, so it will pitch 1 semitone down. A# is 2 semitones down. A is 3 semitones down, and so on and so on and so on. And the cool thing is everything above C5 for this instance, because you know it only pitches up 1 octave or pitches down 1 octave. So everything above C5 will be clipped to the C. Let me play another E, you will hear it. Let me change it to C sharp. You still hear an E. Maybe if I play a C, it'll be more clear. So. So you can play anything above it, it'll still be a C when I play this step. So in this instance, it won't go above C5 because that's 1 octave above the original pitch of C4. Now when you got the 2 octave range, of course it'll become a C6 and a C2, which are your limits. And when you got the 3 octaves variant for the Whammy MonoNeon, then it'll go to C7 and C1. So that's basically how it works. You have to keep in mind the original pitch counting from the C4. So those are the pitch steps, but there are also the glide steps. You can change the glide or the portamento per step, which is a really cool thing. So the glide number works when you go from this step to the next step. Let me get another one. Now if we go to the next page, there's a master control for the portamento. Which goes both ways. You know, you can when it's around 0, usually, it'll be just like the steps that we've just created in the sequence. But if we go to -0, it'll completely ignore all of the portamento steps. When we change it to a positive value, you'll hear that it will glide every note. So this is a real cool feature. You know, you can change the whole portamento with just 1 knob control, or you can change it per step. So this is the second page. You know, there's the portamento. There's also the 4-cable method where you can change the wet-dry balance. Let me show you how that works. I have to connect the other cables. So the input jack of the Whammy then goes into the left input of the Zoia. And the output goes in the right output. Now the left output goes into the Whammy. And the output of the Whammy goes back to the right input of the Zoia. Now you can change the wet-dry balance with this knob over here. So now the mix is at 50. I can turn it up completely wet. And completely dry. And anything in between. So this is a real nice feature because the Whammy doesn't have a wet-dry control, and with the Zoia now you can have a wet-dry mix control as well. So these are also start controls. You know, when you hit the start button, you can see the glide master that we just had, and there's also the mix control. You know, the wet-dry balance. So you can easily access them when you're on any page in the preset. Now, if we go to the Midi settings, this is where you change the values for your pedal. because you have to set it to the correct channel and correct PC number as well. Now you have to change these settings on all of these blocks for your pedal, except for the tempo receiving. We'll get to that in a minute. First, you gotta set the MIDI channel. You have to go into the settings, and you can see I've set this on MIDI channel 4, which is currently where my Whammy listens to. But you have to set it, of course, to the channel of your choice. I don't know where you've got your Whammy set to. But if you go back to this one, you'll see it sends PC command on number 1, which in my case, for the Whammy DT, sets it to an octave up. But this will change when you've got another Whammy. So for the Whammy 4, you have to set this one to 3, this one to 4, and this one, the bypass one, and anywhere between 17 and 33. For the Whammy DT, which is my pedal, this is already set. So the PC number for pitching up is 1. The PC number for pitching down is 7. And the bypass, I've set it to 22, which sets it to an octave up, but in bypass mode. You can look up the manual for the correct numbers, but bear in mind that the Zoia counts from 0 to 127, and the Whammy counts from 1 to 128. So all the numbers you see in the manual have to be subtracted by 1 before you enter them into the Zoia. So bear that in mind. But you'll see it in the documentation for this Zoia patch as well. Now the Zoia can also receive MIDI tempo, and I've programmed it in such a way that it'll change the sequence according to the tempo. Now it's set to tap tempo. But when I send MIDI tempo to it, it will change that to that tempo. And when I turn off the MIDI tempo, it'll fall back to the tap tempo you've set it before. When the Zoia receives MIDI tempo, and it also resets to the beginning of the sequence when the MIDI start message is being received. Now let's go to the Footswitches. A bypass Footswitch only works when you've got it set to auxiliary mode. By holding down the scroll and the bypass Footswitches, you'll go in and out of auxiliary mode for the Footswitches. So now it won't function properly when I hit the bypass switch. See, it doesn't do anything, but so you have to set it to auxiliary mode. Now when you bypass it, you see it turn on the web. Now with the left foot switch you can tap the tempo. And with the middle full switch you can reset the sequence. So yeah, that's basically how it works. This is the SeqWhamser. No, the Zoia patch for sequencing your Whammy pedal, which is available for all the current Whammy pedals. So this is basically the patch. It's available on patch storage with this tutorial as well. If you have any questions, just shout them out, and I'll be happy to help.